For our roll call, we have both our student representatives, and we have Gianni, who's new with us this year, so welcome aboard, and Abby, welcome back. And we have Tim, myself, and Erica. Are there any adjustments to the agenda?
There's only one under resignations. Caleb Valier has changed his mind, and I'm excited to report he's going to be staying with us at Winthrop High School.
Okay, thank you. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the Winthrop School Board meeting of July 30th, 2025 and August 20th, 2025.
So moved.
Seconded.
All those in favor? Unanimous vote, thank you. And we'll enter into the public comments. If there are folks on Zoom who would like to speak, we ask that you raise your hand, or anyone in the room, we ask that you step up to the podium. Okay, we'll close the public comment section and enter into our report, starting with our superintendent report.
Yes, we've had a very good opening of the school. Staff and students seem eager to be back. Principals will report out on their openings later on our agenda. I also want to thank our maintenance team for all of their hard work this summer completing projects. And this evening, I have several new hires that I wanted to kind of inform the board about. You'll see that on your agenda. I don't mind reading through that. We have Beth Severett at the grade school as school nutrition manager, Erica Belts as the nutrition worker, Tina Gardner at the middle school nutrition worker, Jacob Luce is a special ed tech 3 at the grade school. Also at the grade school is Bethany Larrabee and Bree Tyler. And at the high school in special ed as an ed tech is Walter Pokey. And also at the grade school, we have Julia Barrett. For resignations, we have Michaela Barassa, third grade teacher, Lisa Davis, our middle school art teacher, and Darcy Baird, a special ed tech 3 from the middle school. And our latest resignation is Terry Hewitt, the guidance counselor at the middle school. We also had reported about Jody Caprera. She wanted us to make sure that people knew that she was retiring and not leaving to go somewhere else. She was our Learning Lab Ed Tech 3. And then we do have some transfers with Kenna Souza moving from an ed tech to the grade school secretary, and Candace Pinio is going to be an ed tech 3 in the learning lab, taking Jody's place. And then Priscilla Pravanta is moving to our pre-K program. And I'm sorry about that. I have one administrator that's not sure that she can make it, so I'm in touch with that. So I'm sorry about that disruption. So those are our kind of resignations and retirements and appointments. Later on in the agenda, you will see that we're going to be hiring a new guidance counselor for the middle school. And that really just, we're pretty much fully staffed except for the literacy interventionist position at the middle school. And we will be interviewing for that soon. We had 2 workshop days for staff last week. Our theme this year is to innovate, to elevate, take a chance. We hope that we will continue to try out new teaching strategies to elevate our students to further success. I also want to thank Alicia and Erica for their welcome back message that they did via video. It was very well received from the staff, so thank you for that. I'm also excited to report that we ended our year financially in the black. Nick Poole and I predict that we may have a fund balance of somewhere around 2.9% of this year's current budget. The state allows and encourages us to have closer to 10%, but I'm pleased with the 2.9 considering that we had a frozen budget all last year. We think the unaudited amount remaining is around 318,000. I'm also very happy to report tonight that we are almost done with the support staff negotiations. We've reached an agreement, and I think we will have the document ready for your ratification at the next board meeting. And that concludes my report.
Thank you so much, Dr. Foley. Okay, we'll head into the chair report. So we did have our board retreat on August 20th. That was absolutely lovely. I just want to say thank you to Dr. Foley and Megan and Colleen for helping out with that. We learned a lot. There was some really good data shared and just really appreciate that setting, Dr. Foley. So thank you for opening up your home. And yeah, Erica and I did the welcome back video. That was fun. I also did get some positive feedback from that too. And so I hope that we can continue that in the future. And yeah, the theme, I wanted to comment on that. I thank you for your thinking and processing behind that. And I'm looking forward to what we can, the improvements we can make this year as a team. And so that does conclude my chair report because we're at the very beginning of the year. And we are going to forego the student representative reports for the same reason. And as far as committee reports, our committees haven't met yet. Negotiations, like Dr. Foley said, are wrapping up. We just have the 3 articles that are going to be TA'd soon. And so at this time, I'll turn it over for the administrative reports. In our packets, we were given some paper copies of those, but we are going to have administrators report out.
So I think we'll start, I always start at the grade school and work up, but I think we'll start at the top and work down. So Principal Dufour, if you'd report out on the opening, and then we'll have Principal Smale and then Principal Violet.
Evening. So we had a very successful opening of school with 2 staff days that last week, and we also hosted Dr. Foley hosted the new teacher orientation at the high school last week on Tuesday. So yesterday was the opening of school, freshman orientation. So giving the freshmen a chance to kind of get a feel for the building without the other students there and have the full staff there to support them and help them find their way and go through both their green and white day schedules with an assembly in between, and to go through the breakfast and lunch procedures so they know what to do, where to go, get their PIN numbers, so they feel just more comfortable with the building, and hopefully get some of the butterflies out before they started today. And today we ran a modified schedule, welcomed everybody back. We had our welcome assembly in the morning where myself and the administrators, guidance staff, and a few teachers went over things, some of the policies and procedures, some of the, get involved type of activities. And students went through their first green day of the school year, and walked around quite a bit yesterday, not so much today. I seem to be pretty busy. Opening of school at the high school is seniors asking for their privileges, and CATSI students asking for their parking passes, and other things popping up that seem to occupy a lot of my day. But it's great to see staff and students back in the building, and things seem to go off today without a hitch. So I can report that hopefully the honeymoon period of coming back to school lasts until at least the middle of October. But again, it's great to see everybody back, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks, staff and students get back into the groove of teaching and learning.
Any questions from the board? Okay.
Lori?
I can echo what Mr. Dufour just said. It's been a wonderful start, and it's really fun to have all the noise and chaos and everything happening in the building because it's pretty quiet in the summer at the middle school. We started last week as well with our staff, and we also hosted our open house last week, and that just alleviates so much stress for parents, and most importantly for our students. They got their schedule, they were able to see their friends, they saw the teachers, and we even had some students who were unable to attend who called, and they came in. I was there Thursday and Friday, and they came in and picked up their packet and whatnot. And we're hoping because they all got their packets early, we'll get all those forms back and releases signed. That'll be nice. This year, we also started with an assembly today. Yesterday, we just had sixth grade, which is such a gift. Such a gift to have the sixth graders there alone and to learn everything, and the seventh and eighth grade team and Unified Arts team pitch in and help. And today we had everybody there. So at 8:20, we had a full school assembly, our first town meeting of the year, went over expectations. Mr. Burnham and I went over all the expectations, and also our celebration that it's about teaching and learning, and the students teach us as much as we teach them, and we all learn from each other. And that's part of our theme this year. We're picking right up with Dr. Foley's theme of innovate to elevate, and our continuous feedback loop. That's what we want. Students setting goals, teachers setting goals, and continuously talking to parents about those goals and expectations. So the students heard that loud and clear today. So the other thing that we're focusing on is attendance and trying to get everyone there. And every day that they're there is another day of learning and another opportunity for them to grow. So we are really talking to parents about that and talking to our students and having them take ownership. At the end of the day today, they all were exposed to all of our extracurricular offerings that we have to get them involved in after-school activities. And on Friday, we're doing something a little different at the middle school this year. We still have kept our waterfall schedule, which was a huge success, but we're having students do choice for electives. So some of those electives at the end of the day are music, not physical education, that's built right in, but art and music, and teachers are teaching passion projects during that time. And students, we're gonna have an elective fair on Friday, and students will sign up for what they want, and they'll rotate through. So it's very exciting because some students don't want to take drama, but they want to take music. And so we're giving them some of that choice. We'll probably have an advanced drama and an introduction to drama this year in our rotation. So we're very excited about the changes that are happening at the middle school, all student focused and student centered. Questions?
Any questions from the board? Sounds like there's some innovation going on. I like it. Thank you.
Okay, Principal Violet.
Good evening, Teresa Violet. I am the new principal at Winthrop Grade School, and I have to say I have hit the ground running. I've hired new staff, and I've got acquainted with many of the staff, administrators, families, and learned lots of new systems and programs as we've progressed into the year. So I've met with over half of the grade school staff one-on-one, just learning about where they see the strengths and needs of the school and how we can work on those as we move ahead. In addition to meeting with staff as well as the administrators during our retreat, I also have met with many of our grade school families. We held two, Christina Swenson and I, who's the assistant principal, we had two meet and greets with families, and we met with over 30 families at those two different times. And we answered their questions, got acquainted with them, and also got some feedback from them about things that they would like to see, in our school. We had our open house event, as the other buildings did, on August 27th, and we welcomed 88% of our population, which was wonderful to see. Lots of positive energy coming into the building. But through all these interactions, I've been able to come up with many themes for us to work on together this year. And one common theme that was universal in talking with staff was the amount of time taken with dismissal and arrival. So one piece that we have already adjusted is our start time in the school year, because we're really trying to figure out how can we innovate. And in order to innovate, we need as much instructional time as we can get. So our new school start time is 8:30. So we gained 10 minutes there. And then working with the leadership team and the rest of our staff, we've tightened up our dismissal procedures and we've gained another 5 minutes there. So when we look at that, we've saved like 75 minutes a week. And if you look over a year's time, we've saved 2,775 minutes that we can put toward instructional time, which I hope will make a huge difference for our kids. Overall, our first 2 days with kids, we did not ease into the school year like they did. We started right out our first day, pre-K to 5. So again, we really hit the ground running, and it wasn't just me running. We had lots of staff that were truly figuratively and physically running around the building. But we've had a great start. We also had a first day assembly, brought the whole school together, minus our pre-K, who really weren't ready to come to the gym together, and just talked about our core values and how we are going to recognize those who follow those core values. And I'd just like to say we have also started a Winthrop Grade School Facebook page. So if you're interested in finding out what's happening there, you can go to our Winthrop Grade School main Facebook page, as well as any information is also updated on our website. So thank you.
Any questions from the board? Sounds like some really great stuff happening. Thank you so much for that update.
And I'd also like to ask Megan White to just come up and update the board about some of the summer learning that took place.
So I'm here to report out again about summer school. So it seems like it was so long ago, but back in July, we actually tied up our summer programming. This year, we ran a grade school program, our Star Plus program, which is funded through Title I funds. And we did have to find some local money to also support that. So even in a tight budget, we're prioritizing making sure that our kids are getting what they need even over the summer. So the Star Plus program was overseen by Haley McPherson, who did a phenomenal job. She had 23 kiddos go and receive support for reading, math, or both. And they're really targeted sessions where it's only a handful of kids working one-on-one, or not one-on-one, but in a small group setting with a teacher. And so it's really intentional work. And she saw all of those folks from pre-test to post-test make gains in at least 2 standard areas that were identified. So huge success. And thank you to Haley and her group this summer at the grade school. The high school also held their credit recovery program. We call that Catch Us Up Summer Program, CUSP, for kids on the cusp of passing. And there were 8 students who attended that regularly and earned credit back for 7.5 courses. There also was a student who didn't quite finish the work needed for earning credit, and we're really fortunate that we do have an intervention position at the high school, and Mr. Descoulias will be working with that kid to make that happen. So our past structures this summer are really melding well with the movement that we've made as a district to help support our kiddos as they're starting the year out in our buildings too. I also want to share with you folks, we're all talking a little bit about the theme for this year, and we tied that into our PPEG system, so our teacher professional evaluation, professional growth system. And their goal this year is going to be helping students process new content. So really thinking about that direct instruction piece. And it really is aligning with our district goal by focusing on trying new evidence-based teaching strategies across all grades. It can be applied to different content areas and really all the settings that we have within a school. So really thinking, how do we present new learning in a way that's going to be accessible, engaging, and give us the gains that we're hoping with our kiddos. So we're excited to continue exploring new ways to improve student achievement and promote deep and meaningful learning this year.
Any questions from the board at all? Thank you so much, Megan. We appreciate it. That concludes our administrator reports. We'll enter into our old business. We'll entertain a motion to approve the following policies for second reading: JJIBA, hiring and evaluation of coaches, and ACAD, hazing. So moved.
Seconded.
And this is a second read, and so we talked about this a while ago when we did the first read, so I have nothing more to add unless there are questions from the board.
Seeing no questions, we'll vote. All those in favor? Thank you for your unanimous vote. Okay, entering into new business. I'll entertain a motion to approve the following policies for first reading: IMBB, exemption from required instruction, and GAB, job descriptions.
Seconded.
And on this one, on IMBB, is just really a minor change, but one that I just wanted to make you aware of. It's just moving from the Common Core to the main learning results. And on the GAB job descriptions, the only substantive change is the clause about any time that we have a new position, we'll make sure the board approves that. So I think it'll be at the next board meeting that I'll bring the interventionist job description for the middle school, that's a new position. And so we'll have a job description for you guys to approve around that. And so that's the only change there.
Any questions or discussion from the board? None for that. Okay, all those in favor? Perfect, thank you. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve the Winthrop High School field hockey overnight trip to Augusta West Campground in Winthrop, Maine, tentatively set for September 13th, 2025.
Seconded.
And I will have the athletic director, Joel Stoneton, come up to speak about that along with the coach.
I think it'd be more appropriate if Coach Perkins just explained what she was doing.
Hi, thank you for having me here tonight. This is a new process for us, so we're excited to be a part of that and hopefully expand in the future. But the team expressed that they wanted to do an overnight. I have a seasonal campsite over at Augusta West. My office had Employee Appreciation Day over there today. And they want to come and camp out for the night at the campground. It's pretty quiet over there right now. We will probably do some team building activities together and spend the night, have, some good communication. We're going to work on some leadership classes throughout the night. That's about it.
Sounds good.
Any questions from the board at all? Okay. All those in favor?
Thank you very
Unanimous
much.
vote.
Thank
very
you.
much. Enjoy. Okay, I'll entertain a motion for consideration and approval to employ Andrew Lucas as middle school guidance counselor for the 2025 to 2026 school year as recommended by the hiring committee.
Seconded.
I'm excited to recommend Andrew Lucas as middle school guidance counselor. He comes to us with 27 years of experience in education. He has spent most of his career as a world language teacher. He went back and got his second master's to become a guidance counselor and is passionate about helping our students to succeed in this new role. I loved what one of his references wrote about him. He said, Andy will never complain about teaching students who find it difficult to get excited about school. He embraces any and every challenge with a sense of purpose and enthusiasm. He is a great communicator, team player, and he never hesitates to stay connected with parents, guidance, and administration. So it sounds like he embraces our new theme of innovate to elevate. So I am happy to recommend him to the board.
Perfect. All those in favor? Welcome aboard, Andrew Lucas.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll enter into our second public comment section. If there are folks in the room who'd like to speak, we ask that you step up to the podium, or folks online, they can raise their hand. I'm zooming out. Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll close our second public comment section and ask if there are any school board members or student representatives who'd like to speak. You can do that now. Good? We're good? Okay. Perfect. There are no executive sessions tonight, so without objection, I declare this meeting adjourned at 6:26.